Think about it. Your music? You stream it. Your movies? You stream those too. The software on your computer? It probably renews every month. Your cloud storage, your gym membership, your AI tools, even some cars now ask you to pay every month just to unlock features that are already built into the vehicle. It feels normal because it happened slowly. But just 20 years ago, things worked very differently. You bought a CD and it was yours forever. You bought Microsoft Office once, installed it, and used it for years. You purchased DVDs, games, and software without worrying whether your credit card would be charged next month. So why did everything change? Did companies suddenly become greedy? Or did they discover a business strategy so profitable that almost every industry on Earth started copying it? The answer is bigger than Netflix or Spotify. It's changing how we spend money, how companies make billions, and even what it means to own something. This is the story of why you don't own anything anymore. To understand why subscriptions took over the world, we have to go back to one simple problem every business faces. Imagine you own a company that sells software. Every time someone buys your product, you celebrate. But after that sale, they're gone. Unless they decide to upgrade years later, you don't make another dollar from them. That's a stressful business. Every month starts at zero. You constantly have to find new customers just to keep the lights on. Now imagine a different world. Instead of selling your software for $300 once, you charge $20 every month. At first glance, that sounds like less money. But after just 15 months, you've made the same amount. Every month after that is additional revenue from the same customer. Now multiply that by millions of subscribers. Instead of unpredictable sales, you have predictable income arriving every single month. For investors, that's incredibly attractive. In business, this is often called recurring revenue, and Wall Street loves it because it makes future earnings easier to estimate. Companies with reliable recurring revenue are often valued more highly than businesses that depend on one-time purchases because their income is more predictable. That's why so many companies started asking a simple question: what else can we turn into a subscription? The first industries made perfect sense. Magazines had already been using subscriptions for decades. Cable television followed. Then came Netflix. Back in the late 1990s, Netflix wasn't the streaming giant we know today. It mailed DVDs directly to customers. Instead of paying late fees every time you rented a movie, you paid one monthly fee and could keep discs as long as you wanted before mailing them back. It was convenient. When internet speeds improved, Netflix made one of the biggest business pivots in modern history: streaming. Suddenly, people weren't buying movies anymore. They were paying for access. And it worked. Millions subscribed. Competitors noticed. Soon, Disney, HBO, Amazon, Apple, Paramount, and countless others launched their own streaming services. Owning a movie collection slowly became something people stopped thinking about. Music followed the exact same path. Instead of buying individual songs on iTunes, people subscribed to Spotify or Apple Music. Why pay for one album when millions of songs are available instantly? Convenience won. But subscriptions didn't stop with entertainment. Software companies realized they were leaving enormous amounts of money on the table. Adobe used to sell Photoshop as a one-time purchase. Today, it's part of Creative Cloud. Microsoft shifted Office into Microsoft 365. Even professional design, engineering, accounting, and editing software increasingly moved toward monthly payments. From a customer's perspective, it can feel frustrating. From a company's perspective, it's brilliant. Instead of convincing you to buy every few years, they only have to convince you not to cancel. That changes everything. Here's where psychology enters the picture. Have you ever forgotten you were paying for something? You're not alone. Many subscriptions are small enough that they blend into the background. $10 here, $15 there, $20 somewhere else. Individually, they don't seem expensive. Together, they can quietly become hundreds of dollars every month. Behavioral economists have long observed that people tend to react differently to small recurring charges than to one large upfront payment, even if the total cost ends up being similar or even higher over time. Companies understand this. Breaking a large price into smaller monthly payments reduces the immediate feeling of spending money. That's why $9.99 per month often feels easier to accept than $240 today. Another reason subscriptions are so powerful is something psychologists call the status quo bias. People naturally prefer leaving things as they are. Once you've built playlists, saved photos, customized settings, or stored years of work on one platform, canceling isn't just about saving money. It feels like losing something, moving your files, learning new software, starting over. The more time you invest, the harder it becomes to leave. Companies call this increasing switching costs, and it's incredibly effective. Some businesses are now taking subscriptions even further. BMW made headlines when it experimented with charging monthly fees for features like heated seats in certain markets. The hardware was already installed in the car. the subscription controlled whether you could use it. Whether or not that particular feature succeeds commercially, it revealed something important. Companies are increasingly separating ownership of the product from access to its features. Even tractors have become part of this conversation. Some modern farm equipment relies heavily on proprietary software, making certain repairs or modifications difficult without the manufacturer's approval. People aren't just buying machines anymore, they're buying permission to use them in specific ways. Artificial intelligence is following the same model. Most leading AI tools, including ChatGPT, Claude, and many image generation platforms, offer subscriptions that unlock faster responses, better models, or higher usage limits. As these services improve continuously, subscriptions help fund ongoing development rather than one-time releases. In many cases, that model genuinely benefits users because the product keeps getting better. And that's an important point. Subscriptions aren't automatically bad. For many people, they make expensive tools affordable. Paying $20 a month for professional software can be much easier than spending hundreds all at once. Streaming gives instant access to enormous libraries that would have cost thousands of dollars to own physically. Cloud services automatically back up photos and documents. Businesses receive steady revenue. Customers receive continuous updates. When subscriptions solve real problems, everyone can benefit. The problem begins when every company starts chasing recurring revenue, whether it improves the product or not. Not every toothbrush needs a subscription. Not every coffee maker needs an app. Not every device needs another monthly payment. Yet many businesses continue experimenting because recurring revenue has become one of the most valuable business models in the modern economy. So what happens next? If current trends continue, ownership may become less common than access. Cars could unlock features through software. Homes may include more subscription-based services. Entertainment will likely become even more fragmented. AI assistants, digital tools, health platforms, education, and productivity software are already moving in this direction. The world isn't necessarily becoming one where you own less because products disappeared. It's becoming a world where companies discovered that renting can be more profitable than selling. And once one industry proved it worked, almost every other industry wanted in. The next time you get another email saying your monthly payment has been processed, remember that you're not just paying for a service. You're participating in one of the biggest shifts in modern business. A shift that transformed customers into recurring revenue, turned predictable income into trillion-dollar valuations, and quietly changed the meaning of ownership itself. The question isn't whether subscriptions are going away. It's whether we'll eventually reach a point where buying something outright becomes the exception instead of the rule. Ion.